And then we want hello.
Hello.
I'm professional at this.
Oh, look at the transition. Beautiful.
Okay, we've got a Coblett on the sofa straight away.
On the bed. Oh, on the sofa now.
On the sofa.
Oh.
When we don't have a guest, she's allowed on the sofa.
What a privilege.
Oh, yes,
oh,
of
look
course.
at that. Feel like part of the gang.
Oh, how are we doing?
I sound
Good.
more female.
I mean, you've always
That's a
sounded
start.
female to me, but okay.
What, at the weekend I didn't.
You just
I don't
sounded like
think
a
I did.
croakier female.
I think I sounded like a croaky deep man.
We can agree to disagree.
Okay.
Did we not have a water tank for Squid? I mean, we could.
Thank Kev.
But no.
Pesto. She did
No,
not sound
I
like a
agree
man.
with Pesto for once. This is
For
the only
what?
time
But-
I'll allow him to say that I sound like a man.
She did sound like a man? Question mark.
I
At least
agree
it's
with
not as
Kev.
bad as my manager when he literally said today, it's like, but you sounded no different. Like, that's fucking rude.
Oh.
Oh, that's uncalled for.
That was uncalled for. It's like, that is rude.
How has your week been?
I mean, from
Not
coughing
bad.
up my guts up at night, which hasn't been the best of fun,
Delightful.
and then me burning the
Sexy.
side of my hand, thinking I'd proper burnt it, but it turns out I just got a bit of dirt on there.
And you tell me off for overthinking. Wow.
But it was immediately black, so I thought something really bad had happened to the side of my hand and on my knuckle, and I was like, baby, I proper burnt it. And he was like, no, that's just a stain. I was like, oh, is it? And then I just moved it. I was like, oh, yeah, it was. I'll go wash my hands now. I was like, I feel stupid. But other than that, pretty normal week then. I feel stupid. Pretty normal.
Nice.
How about you,
I mean,
Squid? How was your week?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer that.
Well, no, because some people might not have seen in the Discord. So last weekend was definitely shit. We lost Bosco suddenly Saturday night into Sunday. He had an abscess, but we thought we'd got it all, but it's whatever was going on was just too much for him. Daniel went down Sunday morning and he had passed during the night. During his sleep, so at least we know it wasn't like not bad, but you know. So obviously we spent Sunday dealing with that, and of course the vets weren't open, so he had to go in our freezer until Monday morning.
Oh God.
But the only box that we had that was big enough was the one that my Lucky Bamboo Lego set came in.
Oh no! Not the bamboo set.
I mean, it was kind of fitting because he loved bamboo. Like, he ate bamboo before we put him to bed Saturday night. So it was kind of fitting, but so Sunday we had to kind of frantically start looking for a new friend for Felix because him being a baby himself, he needed a friend sooner rather than later, and we just so happened to find one. Okay, we had to travel to the other side of Oxford to go and get him, but we got him, and if it's okay with you girls, I'll put a picture up.
Of course.
So this is Felix and Archie.
Oh, look.
Archie is 7 weeks old. Well, probably nearer to 8 weeks old now. And he has got boy, has he got a set of lungs on him. Every time I go into the kitchen, wee, wee, wee. But he's settled in great. Felix is doting on him left, right, and centre. It's kind of bittersweet because, on the one hand, I'm still sad about Bosco, and that has kind of messed me up a bit, which is why I haven't been streaming this week. But on the other hand, I'm happy that we've got little Archie. So it's kind
of course.
It not balances it out, but it's like, I saw someone describe this, and they meant it for like human family members, but I think it can be applied to family pets as well. That grief is like a ball. It's like a ball in a box. And over time, the ball doesn't go away. It just gets smaller. And you learn to manage the ball. But every so often, it will bounce around the box and hit the button. So you'll just get kind of hit with everything. Obviously, I have a lot of balls in my box.
Is that what keeps hitting me in the eye when I open the box?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Why are you opening Squid's box? That's private.
No, I meant my own box. I've got my own demon balls in my box.
You've got demon balls. All right.
Demon ball, leave my box alone. Oh, hi, Jamie.
In your box, Craig. I'm not touching your box. This took a weird turn.
Other than that, I'm doing all right. I'm better than what I was.
Good.
And yeah, very much looking forward to Saturday when I do attempt to do some killer with Bateman.
I cannot wait for the event. Do you mind if I do a shouty out for it?
Oh no, go for it. Do shout outs.
Thank you very much. So
you never have to ask.
So yeah, so Bateman on Saturday is running a duo killer event. So he done one last time and it was amazing. So every 2 hours a new
Sorry, that emote.
I know. A new actually it's quite cool because all 4 of the players this year or this time around are mods. So we've called it the mod event.
Oh nice.
Which is really cool. So so 4 of Bateman's mods are participating in the event. So obviously you 2 lovelies have signed up. So I'm so looking forward to seeing that. And then we've got the lovely Kevosaurus as well. And Indestructible. These nuts. Yeah, and so they'll team up with Bateman and it's every 2 hours. They'll switch over and play killer for
as many
8 hours. As many times as possible as they can in the 2 hours. Obviously, sometimes it could run over a little bit, but it doesn't matter too much. Or people are late or whatever. But no, it's super good fun. And yeah, I think it's going to be really good fun to watch on Saturday. I'm so looking forward to it. Because I don't have to participate, I just get to watch.
So I think I've got the last slot.
You have. So Coblett's actually starting and you're ending it.
I'm sorry, it's going to be a really sad way to end it.
No, it won't.
Sad way to start it as well.
No, it won't. I think it'll be funny because it'll just be both of you going, Bateman, Bateman, I got one. That was
I don't know. I think Bateman and I could, if I can get into it, I think we could make a good team.
I think all of you can.
Sad in the middle.
Kev, you're not sad in the middle.
The whole day is going to be sad.
While we're talking about him, we might as well say he's our guest next week, Mr. Bateman.
And he is our guest next week, yes. We have some fun things planned for that as well. I haven't actually told him yet about what we've got
no,
planned.
Don't
he
tell
doesn't
him.
need
Don't
to
tell
know.
him.
It's fine.
I'm not telling him. No. She's going to find out on the night.
A bit like you with the craft week the week after.
Oh, God, yeah. So the girls have found a craft thing for me to do the week after. Oh, that's awkward. Where's the awkward turtle button?
So Queenie's in charge of the list.
I had it down as Bateman next. I thought
So-
Pesto was third. Let me check my
What
list.
the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I've got Bateman next.
Sanofa.
Yeah, I'm sure it's Bateman second and
no-
Pesto's third. Bear with.
Ah.
I'm checking the list.
Hi, Ren.
Hi,
Oh, no,
Ren.
Pesto's fourth.
Oh.
Fuck.
No, Pesto's actually fourth. There's someone that's third, and they've already confirmed that date as well. So
You'll
we
have
can't-
to find out in 2 weeks' time when we announce it.
Yeah, that is true.
You can't afford it.
I mean, that is true. Pesto is fucking expensive.
We're
That
blowing all of our
Pokemon
budget for
addiction.
this season on him.
Yeah. No, I love how it's Wicker.
Yeah, I forgot. I can't
That-
remember
that
what
is
order
lovely.
they're. I know who we have. I just can't remember the order.
That's why we have it as a pinned thing in our little
Yeah.
Discord chat.
And then we've
Oh, yeah.
so they're with the confirmed
Lol.
date. So Pesto's due to join us on the 27th of March, yeah. Not the 27th of Feb, so maybe he's just gotten confused. And then Kev's due. I haven't given Kev a date yet, but he's due after Pesto. But I haven't given him a set date yet. So I'm
You're busy
managing
that
my
day.
list.
Pesto, if
busy,
you're
that's
busy
fine.
that day, we'll just ask Kev. It's fine.
We'll just get Kevin. He's next on the list. It's no
should-
problem.
Watching my.
Watching my. That's not kind of spelling that.
Are you also learning how to spell?
Oh. Oh. I'm
Oh
so
my
annoyed I
Five,
can't
I'm
spell.
Beck.
I'm
I'm
typing
typing
with
with
rage.
So much rage.
All of the rage. Oh yeah, I was gonna say shout out Pesto because I think they're streaming tomorrow.
I believe so.
I mean, unless he's streaming tonight and then yeah.
No, he's
Wait,
not.
Ren, when did Ren pop in? Oh, I didn't even see that.
Wow.
Have I missed anyone for?
I don't think so at the moment. You could do Crip, but I don't know when he's gonna get chance to stream.
Oh, there's no point. He'll never stream. Crip, when you
We'll
streaming?
never stream.
Yeah, Crip.
There'd be a bigger chance of Coblett streaming at this rate than Crip.
I doubt
And I
that.
don't. He told me downstairs when we were setting up. He was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm at work on Saturday." I was like, "For fuck's sake, okay."
Oh,
You're working on a Saturday.
that's bleh.
But in all fairness, I said I'd rather he did this weekend than next weekend because next weekend's our wedding anniversary weekend.
Oh, then yeah, 100%.
So I'd rather he did this weekend than the next weekend. That's fine. It just gives me a chance to read more book. So,
True.
how are your books going? What are you reading?
Would you like me to go first, or do you want to
Yeah, go
first? I'm reading Kingdom of Ash. It's the last book in the Throne of Glass series.
I hope
It's
we're
a
still friends when you
hefty
finish
boy.
it.
What the fuck? It's nearly 1,000 pages, and I'm just like, this is a brick. It's not a book. I could build a house with that. Like, I'm scared, to be honest with you.
It's really good. Like, a lot of people have said it's their favourite in the series.
Okay.
But that I'm not giving you, because it's the finale, I'm not telling you what happens. I'm not giving you any warnings or anything. So you're going in blind on this one, I'm afraid.
Oh, fucking hell. All right. Fine.
Hence why I said I hope we'll still be friends
Terrible.
afterwards.
Terrible.
God.
How's your book, Queenie?
Where it was a week ago.
Oh, that's fair.
I'll be honest, this week it's gone so quick that I feel like we were still streaming last week. That's how quick this week has gone. I've just been so busy. I mean, blame Baldy for giving us a day's notice about a 24-hour fucking stream. So obviously I was busy hanging out with him, and then obviously Bateman was streaming. We did Gang Beasts and that for hours, and work's been absolutely mad crazy. Obviously I've been poorly, so I just haven't, and I've been too into playing Witcher, so I just, that
No,
book
that's fair.
hasn't moved. But because you're all doing DBD on Saturday, I'm hoping that'll be some read time.
Nice.
So yeah. So hopefully next Thursday I'll have better book updates for you.
I notified more than one day in advance. It's the banner I
Liar!
didn't put up.
Liar! Where is the proof? Bear with me. No, I'm calling Baldy out right now because that's a fucking lie. Where is it? Where's his
Oh.
general? I'm sorry, I have to call him out because it's absolute bollocks. So he went live on the 16th of Feb? When was the Saturday?
15th.
15th. No, so you put a banner up the day of. So no fucking notice there. 15th at 1 a.m. for me. So technically the same day you started, special announcement, affiliate anniversary subathon is finally arrived. So don't lie to me. I have receipts. So don't even go there. I apologise.
It's okay.
I went proper off topic. I got so angry because I was like, don't you fucking lie to me.
Run.
I have receipts. And because of the time difference, it was actually the same day for me.
I have got less than 100 pages of the book that I'm reading, and then I'm on to my next one.
Nice.
So I'm finishing up Unravel the Dusk. I'll be finishing that tonight. And then tomorrow I will be starting Immortal by Sulin Tan.
Very nice.
What's that about?
Hang on, I'll go and get it.
Wait, while she's doing that, sorry, what's Renpert? You just said finally arrive. That means I said it before that it would be around the 9th, and I changed the week. I changed the day of it because you weren't there. What are you on about? He's just chatting shit now. Carry on.
So Sulin Tan, she did she's done other books. She's done like a duology in the Celestial Kingdom, where the first one's Daughter of the Moon Goddess and then Heart of the Sun Warrior. And they're kind of based off of Chinese folklore.
Okay.
Oh.
And the books themselves are absolutely stunning. And this one is kind of set in the same universe, but in a different part of the world, like different thing. I am absolutely probably going to butcher this, but this is the like blurby bit because it's a hardback, so it's inside. When Lien ascends the throne of Tiaxia, she vows to end her kingdom's obligation to the fickle immortals who once protected them. She must learn their secrets to protect her people, but to do this, she will have to forge a tenuous alliance with the one she should fear and mistrust the most, the ruthless god of war. A treacherous attraction ignites, but dark forces are closing in, and to save her people from unspeakable fate, Lien must risk everything, even her heart.
Ooh.
And the map is absolutely stunning.
Interesting.
I'll post pictures into the Discord afterwards of the cover and stuff, because I got the exclusive edition from Waterstones.
Oh, very nice.
I don't think I got the signed one, but I did get book one, so like one of the first books in the first print.
Hmm.
Apparently, I have a skill. I went into 2 Waterstones the other day with my sister, and almost every book I picked up was book 1. Like, it had number 1 on the print order.
Nice.
Nice.
I was almost gonna buy one, and then just before I was gonna go to the till, I looked at the back, and it was like, book 2. Like, this is a follow one from, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, they didn't even have the first one, so I couldn't buy both of them. And my niece was like, why don't you just buy that one and then buy the first one at a later date? Because I'll forget, Poppy, that's why.
But no, Ren, to be fair, regardless, you did an amazing stream. He was up for like what stupid 36, 38 hours, streamed for 24 hours. It was the only time I think I've ever been proud of him.
So for that, I'll do a big shout out.
Woo.
I did catch
Woo! Big
part
shout
of
out.
it.
And it was
it was-
very funny to watch the last hour, and the faces you were giving was just, I don't give a shit about this anymore.
I will
That
say
last hour you were done.
I couldn't get used to seeing you without your beard.
That's fucking weird.
Hi, EJ. Welcome in.
Hello,
Yay.
bish.
Well, that's
Fancy seeing the
rude.
bish here. No, that's what we call each other. Yeah, losing the beard was weird. Yeah, EJ, have you seen it? Ren's got no fucking beard. He shaved it all off on his subathon. It's weird. He just looks like a giant baby now. That's what everyone kept calling him in the chat. He's a giant man baby. Yeah, go back and watch the VODs after look at 20 hours in.
He had a beard 1 minute, came back later, and it was gone. Like, the fuck happened?
Yeah.
It just fell off.
I think when I
It
joined,
just
he
fell
was
off.
like almost done shaving it off, and I was like, that's not Ren. Who the fuck's that? That's not Ren.
That's an imposter.
Oh. But I just remember coming in towards the end of the stream because we were obviously going to bed because it was quite late again by that point for us because it was the whole 24 hours later. And I was like, right, we're heading to bed, but I'm really happy. Like, I'm really proud of you. You've done amazing. This stream's been so good. I was like, that's the only time I'll be nice to you. And he just looked and like he obviously appreciated what I'd said, but he also could not have given the slightest fuck because he was so done. He really wanted to go to bed. And it was so funny. If you just watch the last 30 minutes, he's just done. He's just done. But Gang Beast was so much fun on Sunday.
That was so fucking
It was
funny.
so much fun. I laughed so much.
Oh, I don't think I've laughed like that in ages. Especially your pesto, Cobbler. Oh my god. It's like, no, Queenie, no, put me down. Like, nope.
I always forget how to play the game. So it takes me a good hour to remember how the hell you actually pick people up and throw them.
Yeah. Saw it, felt it, could not react. Oh, funny as fuck.
So, do we have any projects or anything that we're working on at the moment? So this is mainly more aimed towards Coblett, unless Queenie, you're doing a crafty project or something.
I finished a baby, like a small baby. I think it's called a lovey, like a really small baby blanket. And in the middle, I will sew on I think I'm going to do a bear. For mine and Pesto's baby when it enters the world.
Yours and Pesto's baby. Is there
Wait,
something
what?
you haven't told us?
No, No!
What?
No!
Huh?
Our friend's
What?
baby! Our
Oh!
friend! No!
Oh!
Oh, God.
I was like,
Oh my god, I just had a heart attack!
bitch,
Oh my lord! Oh,
I'm waiting for Pesto to stop panicking now.
I thought she was announcing her fucking pregnancy, just like that, just slipped it in like that.
No, we're
It's like,
dog
we've been
people.
on
We
with you
know
for
this.
most of the day. Why have you only just told us this now?
Just had a fucking heart attack.
That was poorly worded. For mine and our friend's baby. No,
Oh.
not
No,
mine and our
even then
friend's.
it sounds like you're having a baby with a
Jesus.
friend and not with Pesto. You mean a
No,
mutual
Supposed to tell
friend
people.
baby?
Yes. It's been a long day.
You're and
Your
Pesto's friends. There you go.
friend. Yes. Woo! Kev! Not having children. Calm down.
You both have a
You
friend
both
that's
have
having a
friend that's having a
baby.
baby. Yes.
Everybody hydrate.
Okie dokie.
No. Oh,
You do
baby.
not. Don't you ignore the hydrate, young lady.
You can't bake me.
Pesto's like, congratulations.
Just like, I didn't know.
I think it's congratulations to you, sir. If anything. Good job, my man.
No.
Did it without
oh
even
my
trying.
Is that how that worked?
Oh my god. I'm leaving. Fuck this.
This is
I don't
why
wanna
we
be here
say you
anymore.
have to use protection when you hold hands.
My butt's Pesto!
I
Fuck's
can't.
sake.
I can't.
Oh,
Please stop.
the whole guts.
My ribs. No, Red, stop it. My ribs.
See, Coblett, see what you've started now.
This is
It
what you
was
do.
poorly worded. I'm sorry. It sounded fine in my head. It did not come out that
I
way.
feel like for situations like this, I need to get the chat back on the screen for those that watch the VOD back on YouTube, because they've got no idea what we're laughing at right now.
Oh my lordy lord.
I'll do that for next week, because the next week we'll need the chat up.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm fucking done.
Coblett's just like,
Done.
fuck this. Just no,
32
no
minutes
more.
in. Done.
Don't ask me any more questions. Just here for the vibes.
I did. So for the first time in a few days, well, almost a week actually, after letting my hand rest, I crocheted a little guinea pig for Crip,
Oh.
little Bosco. If my hand is good, I'm gonna do some more tomorrow, but work on my dragon. I am also looking at doing some animated emotes myself, because I really want one of a guinea pig shaking its butt.
Yes.
Yes.
I need that in my life.
Shaking its butt, shaking its butt.
So I'm currently working on trying to do that. I've got to come up with a design and everything. But those are my projects. I'm just kind of taking it easy this week. Catching up on sleep, because I got no sleep last weekend. I have a twitchy eye at the moment. So if I'm like in person talking to someone, my left eye just starts twitching and I can feel it. It started off like I could feel it, but you couldn't really tell. But I was in the bathroom this morning brushing my teeth and I could see it going like spazzing out.
Are you sure you just
It's
weren't
the
winking
worst.
at yourself?
No!
Hey.
God damn, I look good today. Wink, wink. Oh, look at this sexy reflection I'm seeing. Wink, wink. Oh,
Oh,
look at
no.
me today.
Toothpaste just dribbling down her chin. She's like, damn! Like a fan!
Oh no, it's because I haven't been able to like drift off to sleep until gone midnight 1 a.m. And then my loving, wonderful husband's alarm clock goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it scares the ever loving crap out of me every morning. Because it's one of the old school. Actually, I can grab it.
I'd
I'm
rather
not
you
going to
not
make
play
it go
that, 'cause
off, but if I shake
Oh,
it,
thank
you'll
you.
be able to hear it. Maybe. But it's one of those ones that's got like the 2 bell things and then the thing in the middle that goes
Oh,
ding ding ding
sod
ding ding ding.
that. Sod that. I'd throw that straight off of our balcony.
That is torture.
Put it the other side of the bedroom so he has to get up to turn it off. Which I get, because otherwise, if he has it next to him or uses his phone alarms, he will just turn them off without realising he's done it. But for the past couple of mornings, his alarm's gone off. I've watched him get up and get ready for work, and then I've gone back to sleep and not gotten up till like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
I'm very fortunate that Bateman's alarm rarely wakes me up in the mornings. Because I get a lie-in and he doesn't.
Are you a heavy sleeper?
Yeah, I am quite a heavy sleeper, whereas Bateman's the complete opposite. He's a very light sleeper.
Same.
I'll just have to like
Same.
put my finger just gently on his back and he'll be like, "You alright?" I'm like, "What the fuck? How? You were snoring!"
That's me. I'm the light sleeper and Crip's the heavy sleeper, and it really pisses me off at the moment because we'll be sat in bed of an evening and within minutes he is completely sparko, snoring his head off, and I'm just sat there staring at him like, fucking snoring again. You're fucking snoring again. Daniel, shut up!
Queenie!
Oh, here we go.
Hey!
Here's the revenge message that he's supposedly getting me back for after yesterday.
David, did you pick up your bum rash cream in the end?
Oh, you forgot to go to the chemist today to pick up your bum rash cream.
Oh,
Oh,
God
for
damn
goodness
it.
sake, Bateman.
You're going to have an itchy butt.
It doesn't then help that I've just read. Go and wait, where are you putting that finger? No, just on his back, you donut. Not anything weird like that. See, you got a weird mind, Ren. Weird mind.
But that's why he's your friend.
That is true. That is
That's why
true.
we're all your friend.
That's also true. I don't have boring friends. Because that's boring. Yeah. No, my only project at the moment is just wedding.
Live, breathe,
just
Very
eat,
big
wedding.
project.
It is a big project, to be fair. It's just making sure that we've got everything prepared, that we're still within budget. We did find something this evening that we do think the parents might be contributing to, which would be really awesome for the wedding. Which I won't say too much because I think we're going to talk about it quite a lot next week with Bateman here. But yeah, but that's just kind of where my mind's always at project-wise at the moment. Not really thinking about much else.
Sorry, I've just seen Crips redeemed. I'm in ads, and I'm sat here like, see, why don't you just subscribe to me?
I don't subscribe to Pesto.
No, that's fair. He can
What?
just catch
You
up.
don't subscribe to your own partner's channels?
No.
I used to use our Prime subscription on Crips. I wasn't using our
Goodness
own
sake.
money.
I cannot believe I'm having to pay for your own husband's freaking subscription.
God.
Ridiculous.
Thank you for the
Absolutely
gifted
ridiculous.
sub.
You're welcome. Thank God for PayPal, because it will mean it will not come out until next week, because I am broke.
What do you say, Crip?
We say thank you to the nice lady.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for the follow. Someone just followed.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, hey.
Oh, I like to try it. Like, I don't like to call people out when they follow, like say their names in case they're doing it sneaky. So I just tend to try and do
Sneaky,
like, thank you for the
sneaky.
follow.
Right, I'm ready for the Am I the Arsehole?
Yes, that's where my mind was
Come on,
going.
Coblett.
So it was
All
Coblett's
right.
turn to pick the Am I the Arsehole post this week. Or
Right.
posts.
It's a lengthy one.
Okay.
Right, cracks knuckled. Let's go. So this is when all of my reading skills goes out the window because I'm under pressure. Anyway, so I, female 30, don't have the best relationship with my husband's mum. Since day one, she tried to make remarks and compare me to her. She then tried to get on my good side. What reading skill? Crap!
Crap! Shush!
You
That's so
bastard.
rude.
She then tried to get on my good side and started overly praising everything I do, and sometimes even copying me, like that one time when she literally dyed her hair purple just like mine, and when everyone pointed out how ridiculous she looked, she actually blamed me and accused me of trying to make a joke out of her.
Oh.
So, so anyways, my husband and I took 2 weeks off work to go visit some places out of the country. Thing is, I was the one who saved up for and arranged for the trip. In brackets, my husband was responsible for booking the tickets. My husband's mum wanted to come along and threw temper tantrums when I said no. She called, texted, sent people to talk to me into letting her come, even threatened to call the police and make some complaint up to get us to stay if she can't come. My husband said we should just take her, but I told him he was wrong to tell her about the trip in the first place. He gave me an ultimatum, said he wouldn't go if she can't come, and I told him I'd gladly call his bluff, which made him take his words back and say, fine, I will tell her to stop it because we won't take her. Things got quieter, suspiciously quieter. The day of the trip came and we got to the airport at 2 p.m. My husband was walking ahead of me and was looking left and right like he was looking for someone. I asked him, but he didn't respond. He led me to the waiting area, and first thing I saw was his mum standing there with her luggage.
Knew it.
I froze in my spot. I felt a cold wave washing over me, and I was fuming inside. She and my husband were hugging. That's when I quietly turned around and started walking towards the exit. My husband followed me while shouting at me to stop. Why are you airing out a dirty laundry?
God, you're such a mama's boy, Pesto. My God.
My husband followed me while shouting at me to stop. He tried to stop me, but I told him off the harshest way possible. He tried to say I was overreacting and that his mum was there, quote unquote, anyway, and I should just let it go and not mess the trip up for us. I told him he and his mum could still go and that I was going home. Jesus. I went home and I'm covering chat because it's distracting me. I went home and sobbed into my dog's fur for several minutes. Turned out he booked her a ticket without me knowing. An hour later, he came home yelling and raging about how pathetic and spiteful I was to walk out and go home and ruin the trip last minute. I told him he caused this to happen, and he said that I was being so hard on his mum, it's ridiculous. I refused to fight anymore, but he kept on berating me and then calling my family to tell them that the trip was cancelled and that it was because of me. My family said I shouldn't have ruined it for myself and just should have sucked it up and done my best to enjoy.
What I want to know is she'd obviously like planned things for them to do while she's away. Did he then just assume his mother would be able to just tag along? Because if they're all things that she'd booked in advance, his mum would just be sat there like, well, I can't do anything. She's totally not in the wrong. It's all her husband's fault and her mother-in-law's fault.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, if that was me and Crip had given me an ultimatum, and completely ignoring the fact that I get along with his mum, if I was in that situation and he gave me the ultimatum, I just said, well, you're not going now anyway.
Yeah. The minute you have to give your partner in a relationship an ultimatum about something, in my mind, that's done. You should never have to give. No, ultimatums should never have to be a thing. It should be discussions and compromises, but never ultimatums.
Like, they could have compromised and said, she can't come on this one, but we could do a family one.
Absolutely.
Like, later.
Yeah. This is our time just to be husband and wife.
Literally, all of the comments are just, I smell divorce.
Yeah, agreed.
Red flag guy, red flag guy.
Red flag guy.
There's a lot of red flags in here. Divorce card. Everyone's saying that he's a mummy's boy.
That is a complete mummy's boy.
100%.
Yeah, that is a mummy's boy.
I did say no, and in the nicest way, but she was having none of it. Seeing my husband giving in to her tantrums made me feel weaker, but I still kept trying to hold that boundary, even after he himself said he wouldn't unless she go.
Like,
That doesn't make sense.
she set the boundary, so he should have just respected that.
Yeah.
If you're not respecting your partner's boundaries, that's just no. Why are you even married?
Yeah.
I get that you tend to be closer to like one parent over the other sometimes, just depending on, I don't know, your likes and dislikes and hobbies and stuff. But like, that's a bit much. Being like, I am bringing my mother on our romantic holiday, and then hugging her like as soon as you see her in the airport, and it's like, what have you not? Do you not talk to your mother?
I do not blame her for just turning around and leaving that airport. Like, she should have changed the locks when she got home, because that's just fucking. And the fact that her mother-in-law is trying to be like her, that's just weird.
It's really weird. That kind of says something about her and wanting to. If she's trying to be like her daughter-in-law, it kind of sounds like she's.
I wonder if when they got married,
like her son to.
She was
love her less.
one to start crying not because she was happy for her son, but because her son had found someone not her.
Yeah. Oh, I'm losing my son. It's like, no, you're not.
Oh, for goodness
It should be you're gaining a daughter or you're gaining a son, not.
Yeah.
I'm losing.
Oh, he's lost forever. It's like, no, he's not. He's not leaving the country.
He's right there. He's right in front of you. Just open your fucking eyes.
I reckon it wouldn't surprise me if she went on the honeymoon with them.
Oh, God. No.
Yeah, no.
I bet if they were to do a pregnancy announcement, instead of hugging her, she would go straight for her son.
Straight to mother. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, I've seen so many videos like that where the mother or mother-in-law just butts in and hugs the son before the daughter can even get a look in. Well, daughter-in-law, sorry.
I've seen a lot of those, but some of them are also like rage bait videos, because a lot of people apparently are doing that now on like TikTok and Insta and that. They're deliberately doing
to get a
videos
reaction
like that, to get reaction, to get the likes, the comments, the outraged people going, "Oh my God, why are you doing that?" Oh, it's a proportion of single mothers who raise their sons to be more like a partner, and when they find their own partner, they just crumble or flip out. Yeah.
Reginald.
Did you not see what Pesto wrote?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was trying not to. I didn't want to interrupt you because obviously you were saying the post, so I just sort of contained my laughter on that one. I can't lie.
Awful. No, don't start typing more. No.
Oh, but that's like yesterday when Pesto was streaming and he could hear you typing. It's like, what are you typing? Stop typing.
Stop typing, stop typing! Oh my lord.
Please.
Oh, I feel like I should explain this for anyone that does watch the VODs back. And you're watching them on YouTube. When we do this live, I have a redeem that says let Coblett sit on the sofa or let Coblett sit on the bed. So whenever someone redeems it, I move her up onto the bed or the sofa for 10 minutes and then I move her back. Just to give context to why she just moves. You're on your bed, you're not on the floor.
Alright. It's not as cushioned as the sofa though.
I'm sorry, I drew you a really nice bed.
So
it is a really nice bed.
Aww. Oh no, nice Ren! Ren's in ads.
Bye, Reginald.
Do you have another one that you want to do, or shall we move on?
I do have another, but I'm easy.
I think you
I
should
mean,
do one more.
We're doing
Yeah.
good for time, so go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's quite funny. So my mother-in-law, I'm a gal,
Oh,
by
another
the way.
one. Asshole.
came to stay with us for a few weeks till her home was renovated for Christmas. The problem is that she has been randomly walking in on me while I'm in the bathroom. Thankfully, not once has she seen me naked because I started picking up on her behaviour after the second time in a week. She'd barge in, then turn and say, "Oh, sorry," then close the door. I tried talking to my husband about it, but he kept ignoring me, then flat out said, "So what if she accidentally sees you naked? She's family." He seriously said that. We have don't you have bathroom locks? I will get to that in a second, Crip. She has a reason to not lock the bathroom door. We have a lock, and I could have used it, but I have past trauma from the idea of locking/being locked in a room after my brother locked me in the bathroom when I was 5.
Okay.
So I came up with this idea. I'd go inside the bathroom pretending to use it and wait for her to come, because honestly, it's deliberate at this point. When she, quote unquote, accidentally barges in, she'd see me doing a weird/awkward position. For example, doing a ballet stand, standing on the toilet, or standing facing the wall with my hands up, fully clothed, of course. I could see how awkward and weird this would be for her because she'd stand there for a few seconds trying to figure out what I was doing. It was hilarious at first seeing her initial confusion, but she told my husband about it, claiming she's caught me practicing rituals in the bathroom. I cleared things up and revealed the reason why. My husband was livid. He called me childish and said that I had made his mum feel terrified/weirded out by my behaviour. He said I should have acted maturely and locked the damn door instead of playing mind games. There's an edit where they're like, "Oh, I can't believe there's so many people. Seriously though, my husband and his mum are extremely upset with me. He still thinks it was ridiculous and is demanding an apology before she goes back to her home. I'm not sure if I will apologise because yes, it was a me problem that I couldn't use the lock. It still feels wrong that what she did, and maybe I'm wrong too, but at least I got a bit of a chuckle out of it."
Okay. So, if she has a thing against using the lock, why doesn't she have a thing to go on the door that says when it's in use or not?
Yeah, see, I don't think this is a fully...
I think this is a everyone's an asshole kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree. I don't
'Cause
really think anyone's in the wrong or the right on this one.
a lot of families do have that thing of, oh, like growing up, everyone we'd all just see each other kind of naked kind of thing. But then if she had said, "I'm not comfortable," can we make it so that nothing like that doesn't happen when I'm around? Especially if the mum just keeps doing it. She should have just set the boundary to be like, "Look, stop doing it." But then,
Or like
like I said, she
knock
should
on
have
the
had
door.
something. Yeah.
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 Just like
If
knock
it's closed,
or
someone's in there.
put a sign on it so that you just flip the sign when you're going in there to say engaged or in use or
Occupado.
insert something witty on the door.
I feel like in your own home, you shouldn't have to do that. Just kind of, it's for me, it's standard. If the door is open, no one's in there. If it's closed, someone's in there. Or knock. If your partner or your mum, you can't see
Suck on the handle.
then like if you can't see them in the rest of the house, and you're like, "Oh, they must be in the bathroom." Like it's not that hard. And doing it twice as well, like, come on.
No,
just knock at that point.
I'm gonna say everyone. It's an equally shared arsehole. Everyone's the arsehole in that.
I kind of do understand slightly about the locks. Mine's not a trauma thing, but like if I'm using like the loo, I'll always lock the door unless it's obviously just me and Sam at home. Then whatever.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the shower, I definitely never lock the door. To me, it's safer that if something happened, if I fell out of the shower or slipped in the shower,
Mm-hmm.
Bateman then doesn't have to rush to try and unlock the door.
Having
He can
slipped
then
out the
just come
shower,
straight
it does
in.
help when the door's unlocked.
Yeah. So for me, personally, obviously, if like Coblett's visiting or a family or whatever are visiting, then obviously I'll lock the door when I'm using the bathroom. But if I'm showering, I never lock the door.
I have gotten stuck in 2 bathrooms before, and it is scary. So I personally don't lock the door anymore unless I'm doing it as a joke, so Pesto can't get in if I'm trying to hide. But that's about
Jenny,
it.
thank you so much.
Jelly!
Jelly.
If you've just joined, you're not going to have any context as to why we're locking ourselves in bathrooms.
Oh,
I will say a very quick story. I think Bateman might kill me, but
Oh no.
when we were on the boat trip last year with his family, obviously we have never been in that situation where we've sort of slept somewhere overnight with his family. And obviously none of the doors had locks because obviously it's just one big canal boat and it's just sort of one long corridor with little hatch doors along like each little bedroom area.
yeah.
But we were in the bedroom at the end of the boat, which had the back bit that his dad would need to get to in the mornings to get the motor running and everything.
Yeah.
So we'd heard that his dad had obviously come through and gone up to the top bit of the boat. So because it's obviously still our section of the boat, that's still our private bedroom, right?
Mm.
I still would have done the courtesy if I was going past one, like a part of his family's part of the where they were sleeping, I would have knocked to
Yeah.
make sure it was all right for me to go through. Apparently his mum didn't have the same courtesy
Oh no.
because we may
Oh,
have
no.
started falling around a little bit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And yeah, there was a moment where she just kind of just flung the door open of the little hatch door. I'd never had Bateman jump on me so quickly. And we just had to act like nothing is happening. But I was just like, that to me, that she should have knocked. Because that
Yeah.
was still our little private area of the boat. But obviously, you know, it's fine. But like, it was yeah, it was risky.
I mean, if she'd seen
Canal
anything, it would have
boat?
been
Oh
her
my
own fault
God.
anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly. Bateman's gonna kill me. But yeah. So the moral of the story: lock your doors, people. Lock your doors.
Lock your doors, or if the door's closed, just, maybe knock on it before you go in. Just
Yeah. Just maybe just a little knock.
knock, knock, knock. Anyone here?
Oh, for goodness
Oh.
sake, Reginald. I apologise for this, man.
It's fine. It's great.
Oh,
So, when we were discussing the podcast, we were kind of coming up with different ideas and different segments that we could do. And I made a comment about how I'm a part of some Sims groups and it has me questioning on Facebook. It has me questioning many different things when I see random posts come up on my feed. So we decided this week we're going to trial it. So we have a new segment. Is it a Sims thing or is it a real life thing? I have scoured the Facebook groups and everything, and I have collected some posts and stuff. And I'm going to read them out and you lot have to decide if it's something that happened in The Sims or if it's a real life thing.
okay, I'm ready. I'm going to
Okay.
get all of these absolutely wrong.
I have 6, okay?
Okay.
Just for the first
Okay.
time, I have 6. So the first one is just a simple, why does everyone want their TVs mounted on the wall?
Huh?
Hmm.
I'm confused now by the game.
I feel like it's a real life thing because.
Well,
The
while you're
Sims have
thinking,
to have
I will
mounted
show the
TVs?
piggies when they come up.
I'm confused by the game.
What do you mean you're confused by the game?
You have to guess if the statement is from The Sims or real life.
Yeah.
What do you mean the statement? I'm confused.
So the post is,
yeah.
why does everyone want their TVs mounted on the wall? Is it from a Sims group, or is it from a non-Sims related group
now? Oh, see, I thought it was scenarios that had happened in like someone's Sims game, but you had to decipher
there's a couple of
whether
those in here as well.
Okay.
But
okay, cool. Right, cool. I gotcha.
Also, Archie's out
because I think that's a Sims one because the little stand. There's only like one stand in the Sims game, and you can only put the really tiny little shitty tellies on it. Everyone wants the big mounted tellies. So everyone wants to mount their tellies. No, hardly anyone in real life wants to mount their telly on the wall because then it means having to screw holes in the walls. So that's my logical thinking there. I think it's a Sims post.
Coblett, what do you think?
Oh. I'll go real life.
I'm gonna keep track. Okay. Da-da-da. Okay, so that one is from an IKEA Tips, Hacks and More group.
Oh,
but
fuck off!
It was reshared into the Sims one because someone said I was legit going to answer this because I thought it was from the Sims group. And someone put, well, in the Sims way, I want it to add more space to the lower the cost because TVs aren't cute. And then someone else was like, I use the wall ones because I want to hook up my homegirl Ebenox and her kit is too cute. So like the Sims version of Xbox. So Coblett gets that one.
That is bullshit, IKEA. That's fucking bullshit. IKEA.
Number 2.
Also, Ren, I use the same face when I load up your stream. Anyway, carry on.
Hi, Teacup.
Hello.
Hey, I used to be married to Kyle Carlson, and when he passed away, I put his urn on the graveyard and sent his soul to the afterlife. Even though I have a new husband and an adult kid now, I'd love to bring him back to the world. Is there any way I can do that?
That's definitely Sims.
That's Sims.
That is Sims for sure.
The name gave it away.
Yeah, it did.
Like Carl Carlson.
And then sent him off into the afterlife.
I mean, there are some spiritual people.
They are.
In the real world.
But no comment. I don't want to get told off.
So you're both right. That one is definitely from Sims.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. I have a teen that I want to be a teen mum. I have her and her BF a baby as young adults and then age them down to teens. If I have her and her BF have a baby as young adults and then age them down to teens, will they still be the parents? I would assume so. I just don't want to mess up my family.
That's Sims too. If that's real life, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's Sims. You can't age down someone in real life. I mean, you could.
Yeah, you can't.
Admittedly, I didn't see the age down bit when I first found it. I just saw I have a teen that I want to be a teen mum, and I was like, what?
I feel like she's just now made it too easy for me. Like the IKEA ones, proper thrown me off. So she's like, I'm going to make it a bit easier for her now.
When I load up the Sims...
I'll keep going. I'll keep going. This one is probably just obvious. Why does my toilet keep catching fire? It's really frustrating. I've only ever had it in this house that's had all the upgrades done on it.
Sim. if your toilet is setting alight in real life, stop eating Mexican food.
Well, the thing is, I would be on Team Coblett unless I'd have not heard about the IKEA shit. Because now I feel like that could be something IKEA's put out there. My brain's completely fried now about IKEA. I don't know what to believe anymore. No, I do think that's a Sims thing, obviously.
And that one is Sims, yeah.
Yeah.
How should I get rid of my kid? He's not fitting my family aesthetic.
Oh God. How the world is, I feel I want to say real life at this point. Hi, Wicca.
Hi, Wicca.
How do I get rid of my kid?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's real life. Have you not seen the woman that spray paints her kids' toys to beige so it fits her house aesthetic?
Oh,
No.
don't.
Yeah, she was spray painting them beige because she didn't like the color of them.
Oh.
The baby. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's for development. Give them color. You can't just have them beige.
Unless you're poor Kev and then they're colourblind, then that's just cruel. I'm not taking the piss out of you, Kev. I'm just trying to say that that's unfair to you. I'm not. No. Ren, that's an awful thing to say. I will tell Awkward you've said that. Your kids are adorable.
So what are you saying?
It's got to be real life. Just because I think that someone would out there write that.
Coblett?
Yeah, I'll have to go real life. I would say Sims, but no, we haven't had a real life one. So.
That is Sims. It's from the What the Fuck? Oh, it's just Sims Carry On group.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're down to the last two.
Come on.
We're down to the last two.
I don't want to do anymore.
I don't. Keep going.
I'm scared.
So sticking with babies. Can infants be taken away because I forgot to feed mine for over 24 hours and nothing happened?
Wait, what? Say that again.
Can infants be taken away because I forgot to feed mine for over 24 hours but nothing happened?
Oh my lord.
Sims, I reckon.
But the last one's thrown me off. I don't know. Oh, IKEA.
You're thinking way too deep. What? This has nothing to do with IKEA. What the fuck? What does IKEA have to do with feeding babies? Unless they're selling them meatballs and
I mean,
shit,
IKEA will sell anything at a discount.
Good point.
Swedish children?
Assemble your own baby.
Assemble your own child. Become fat.
It's like the film Robots.
The Robots film where they get the baby.
Yeah.
The baby gets delivered and they're like, now it's the fun bun. Now we get to make the baby.
Do you know what? Fuck it. For a laugh, I'll say the opposite. I'll say real life.
Oh, for fuck's
That one
sake.
is Sims.
Damn it! No, I'm the awful one.
Okay, this is my favourite one. Oh, honey, you missed the delivery, but making the baby is the fun part. Yeah, that's the quote.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is the last one. So I've been screwing this man for almost a year. I found out 6 months into it that he was married and also has 3 kids, but we couldn't resist each other. I know it's not the best of situations, but unfortunately it gets weirder. His wife just started a new job where she'll be working a lot more. He told me they were looking to hire a live-in nanny. He actually had the nerve to ask me to apply through her link. At first I thought he was insane, but when he was saying how she'd be out of the house more, and we could pretty much live together and she'd never know about us. It sounds bad, but I'm in a pretty bad situation financially and could really use the free rent. So I applied. I love this man. It'd just be easier if he'd tell her the truth and kick her out.
That's real life. I'm with Wicca. That's got to be real life.
That's fucked up, but it's real life.
That one's real life.
Yeah.
God, some people are wild.
But it got reposted into a Sims group because someone was like, I hoped this was from this page, but it's not.
God.
So I only got 4 out of 6. Cobbler got 6 out of 6. I'm a terrible human being.
No, Coblett got 5 out of 6 because she got one wrong.
Oh, yeah, she also got the other one. Yeah. Oh, did I only get 3 right then? Or did I get 4?
And I've got 4.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
I've got 4. There are some wild ones. I'll keep collating them. I'll see if I can come up with some even better ones. But the next time we do that segment. I just think
funny.
it's absolutely mental. I'll be scrolling through Facebook and then I'll just be like, see the random shit of, oh, my baby just left. I'm like, huh?
What?
What?
Sticking with the kind of theme of this podcast we don't intentionally come up with like not topics, but like themes for throughout the podcast. But this week we kind of have. Unintentionally we did it. So sticking with the whole like convincing, persuading thing that we've got going on, Queenie suggested we do a version of Would I Lie to You, where we each say something that's either real life or a lie, and we have to try and work it out. Do you have your statements?
I do indeed.
I do.
Who would like to go first? I can go first if you two want me to. Or either of
Go
you
on,
two
then.
can.
No, go on, you go first.
Okay.
But also, I just want to say, Pesto, Crip and Bateman, if you know the answers to these, do not type them in the chat.
I don't think Fripp knows this one. Because I only remembered
that means it's
earlier.
true then.
Well, no, I could just be saying that to throw you off.
Damn, she's good.
Whoa.
Damn,
It's like
she's good.
Cluedo all over again. Fuck.
Watching Cobbler play Cluedo is probably the best time ever.
Oh, it's so
really
funny.
stressful.
It is
It's
so
not.
funny.
It's not funny for me.
It's funny for us. Okay, so
I know.
when I was younger, I went to visit my auntie. She was staying at a caravan site, and I thought it would be fun to jump off of a swing at the highest point. I misjudged it, fell, and had loads of cuts all over the front of my body. And I had to go up to my mum with my front covered in blood, like, I did it stupid.
Okay. So, follow-up questions,
Yes, Jamie, it's
obviously.
The Sims.
So how old were you at the time?
We were living on the Isle of Wight, so I was about 5-ish? 5 or 6?
Okay. Okay. And what? So you were. So what were you doing?
I had. So my auntie used to come and visit us on the island, and she'd stay in the caravan park.
Yeah.
And
okay.
The park.
Which caravan park?
Oh my god.
One in St Helens. I can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
You're lucky I can remember where it was.
No, but this is what I mean. This is what you have to do. You have to ask, like, you have to get them.
Yeah. So
yeah, this is what they do on the show. It's great.
My mum and that, they were all in the caravan, and it was just me and one of my cousins, I think. We were on the swings, and my cousin jumped off the swing and was like, oh, you should do it. It's really easy. And we all know how coordinated I am. I did it, misjudged, and kind of slipped as I did it. And I feel like it's important to say at this point that the ground was like the bark chips.
Oh.
So the typical park.
Not the soft squishy stuff. The actual,
the bark stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, I just
And so what did you do after you'd cut yourself?
My cousin freaked out.
Okay.
I can't remember much, but I remember going back up to the caravan, and my mum just giving me the look of, oh, for fuck's sake. She'd Father, help. My dad wasn't there. My dad was working. And I just remember her giving me like this massive towel, and I just had to sit there with this towel on my front to like stop it. Because it wasn't bleeding heavily, but it was enough like little cuts. And obviously at that time, because this is like, what, early 2000s? They were just like, oh, you'll be fine. Brush it off, you'll be fine.
Get a blue paper towel.
Yeah, wet paper towel, you'll be fine.
Okay. Trying to think of more follow-up questions, but you've kind of said the whole thing. Okay. Cobbler, can you think of any other questions that we can ask to know if this is true or false? Anyone in chat want to ask any more questions? Whether this incident actually happened or not?
So you said that the cuts were like all over your front. Was that just on the front of your arms and your face? And like the
No.
fronts of your legs?
Front of my torso. And arms. But mainly torso.
Were you
So
wearing
what about
a
your
vest?
legs then?
Hang on, I'm trying to remember how I landed. Or how I think I landed. It's a bit on the blurry side. I just remember holding the towel on my front. So I think it was mainly like my knees and my front. Can't see what I'm doing, but I landed on like bark chippings. The stuff that used to be in parks that they used to think was really safe.
See, I'm trying to figure. So you were swinging on the swing.
Yep.
And then at what point were you swinging up? And then went forward and then jumped?
So I was swinging up, and when I thought I was nearing like the highest point of the swing going like forward, I jumped, but instead of landing it properly, my feet just slipped and I just kind of skidded front on the floor.
Wait, you skidded what? So you sort of slid on your front?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would explain the no cuts on the legs, really. Okay. But your family didn't hear, like they didn't hear any of this. You just went running back to the caravan.
Well, I mean, I didn't run. My cousin ran. I kind of hobbled.
Hobbled back. Teacup asked, what did you land on?
It was like bark chippings type stuff that they used to put in playgrounds back in the early 2000s. Before they moved to the soft tarmac.
I mean, that stuff's still not great either. I mean, it's better, but you can still hurt yourself on that.
Yes, and I've done that many times.
Yeah. Okay. Coblett, what do you think? True or false?
Oh, I want to say true because she is clumsy.
I mean, it definitely does sound like something you would do.
I'm sorry, but
all
literally
the facts
today
fit.
She was telling me about the plasters she has on her fingers. One's from Felix biting her, and the second one is because she cut herself putting jeans on this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake.
So
still really hurts, by the way.
And I know that you did live on the Isle of Wight, so I know that that fact is true. So I'm going to agree with Coblett. I think it's true.
It is very much true.
Whee!
My
Really?
My dad used to work as a removal man. So he was working that particular Saturday. So we got I think it was the bus to St. Helens to visit my aunt. I wasn't allowed to go swimming. So my mum was like, because we'd just eaten lunch. Someone was like, go play in the park for a bit and then you can go swimming. Because they had an outdoor pool at this caravan site. And yeah, I can't remember much of the actual falling. I just remember having to hold the towel against my body. And it wasn't like, they weren't deep cuts, but it was just like loads of little paper cuts. Not paper cuts, but like tiny little cuts.
Yeah.
And when we got home that day and my mum told my dad was like, for fuck's sake, Chloe. Why did you think you could do that? Because my cousin did it and I thought I could do it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like 5 or 6. What do you expect? Like,
Well, exactly. Coblett, you want to go next?
I can do.
Go on then.
Okay. So when I was in primary school, I stole the small Jesus doll that was in the classroom nativity setup. So do you know when you decorated? I didn't know how else to say small Jesus.
I'm saying true.
Baby Jesus. the babby Jesus. When you have the nativity setups in your classroom, are you laughing because of the babby Jesus?
The baby Jesus.
The babby Jesus. Yeah, like it was like a mini nativity. Shut up. Nativity set in the classroom.
I have many, many follow-up questions.
Is it about babby
Go on,
Jesus?
I'm just going to pour myself a drink, so I'm just going to mute quickly.
Okay, so how old were you?
Babby Jesus. Well, I was in primary school, so I would have been probably 6 or 7, not be in the middle or the first third of primary school, I guess.
Okay, so I'm assuming this was obviously around Christmas time.
No. Yes, it was.
No? Yeah, okay.
Of course it was.
Well, you could have gone and just randomly stolen it from a cupboard. I don't know.
Nah.
So, what was the nativity like set out in an assembly or something? I need a lot more context.
Was it like just on the side in a classroom? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, this one in our class we would decorate the classroom for Christmas with baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
So it was like
So this was
like a
decorated in the classroom then.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a little like the small like wooden doll sets that you get for nativities.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was one of those. Obviously, they're not going to give us like porcelain ones or anything like that. It was just little wooden ones that wouldn't be damaged if they were dropped or.
Okay. So
Why?
Why did you steal the baby Jesus?
I mean, why not? It's baby Jesus. But no, basically, my mum had the same set at home, or at least a similar one, from kind of what I could remember. And I accidentally broke her baby Jesus. So I took the one from school so that she wouldn't find out and get mad at me, so I could just do a little old switcher. So how I did it, because it was only like a small doll, we'd all be sent out obviously for lunchtime and break times and stuff out of the classroom fully, and the teachers would be outside in the playground. So I made up the story that I was really thirsty and I left my water bottle in the class. Can I run in and get it? And they're like, yeah, of course you can. So I run in, go and get baby Jesus from his little, whatever it's called. I can't remember. What's his little thing called?
Manger.
That one. Got the baby Jesus from his manger. Stuck it in my pocket so I could go find my bag because they were all like hung up on hooks. I don't know if your schools did that, where you have designated hooks for your bag and like your jacket or your cardigan or whatever. So I just popped it in there so that it wouldn't be on me when I went back outside with my bottle.
Did your teacher not notice?
No.
So nobody in the classroom noticed the missing baby Jesus.
But it was just like a really small one, so it wasn't like one of the tall, like the three wise men or anything. It was literally
What
like a
did
little
he look
dot.
like?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What did he look? A baby.
Describe the baby Jesus.
Describe
He
the
looked
baby Jesus.
like a baby. He was lying down. Seriously? How else could I do? He was wrapped up in like a little Jesus. He looked like.
What colour was your backpack that you stole? That you put in the like the stolen goods?
It wasn't a backpack. It was like a
Oh, like
kind
one
of
of those
looked like
school bags.
Like a
yeah,
book
like a
bag.
folder. Yeah, a book
Yeah,
bag with
book
a little
bags.
handle.
Right. Okay.
Jesus, describe it.
We had red ones, and I had my little name card on it with the school logo.
Whereabouts in the classroom was it?
It was at the back on top of the on like the cupboards where all the supplies were kept.
So what happened when you got home then? When you went to then exchange the broken Baba Jesus with your stolen Baby Jesus?
Switched it out.
So your mum had no idea that the other Jesus
far
was
as I'm
broken.
And it was exactly the same one.
Exactly the same or similar.
And she didn't notice the difference at all.
No, not as far as I'm aware. She never mentioned it.
Could you not have just blamed it on one of the dogs?
Mm,
Hang on, you said it wasn't a porcelain one, so how did you break it?
Yeah.
basically, I think I was playing with it and played with it a bit too hard. I think his head came off.
She decapitated Jesus.
I decapitated the baby Jesus.
Has
What year
chat
was
got
this?
any more follow-up questions? What was your question there, Squid?
What year was this?
I was about 6 or 7, and I can never remember what year that is in primary school. I want to say, oh God, 2 or 3?
Year 2.
I never remember.
I'd say year 2.
Yeah.
Because reception,
Yeah, it was 2
you're
or
like...
it was 2 or 3.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions for Coblett and her baby Jesus? Sorry, baby Jesus.
Okay.
Queenie, what do you think?
I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
I don't think, knowing Coblett, I don't know if she'd go to that effort to replace a tiny baby Jesus.
I'm also thinking of schools at that time.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember and I went to a Church of England primary school. I don't remember any of our classrooms
I did
having
as well.
Really?
a little nativity.
Yeah.
Did they not?
No,
No.
ours didn't. No. And also like having the exact same wooden baby Jesus. It's not even porcelain. And I just couldn't imagine you. I feel like you'd be so nervous about stealing even a tiny baby Jesus.
That was before I went through all my trauma.
Yeah.
So.
But I still think you would be up all night worrying about the baby Jesus.
Coblett
I think
was
you would have
different
ended up
person.
coming clean to your mum or to your teacher.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'm saying that was a lie.
I'm going to also agree and say it was a lie.
Damn, you're correct.
Yeah!
But kudos to
good,
the amount of detail you put into it, because
good.
I did have to think, like,
I did.
Maybe she did.
You did describe that so well that I was debating it for a long time whether it was fake or not. That was so good.
I'm a really shit liar as well.
No, you're not though, because
that
you
was
almost
really
did
good.
have me.
I had a script in front of me so that I
That
wouldn't
was
forget.
so good.
And stall because I'm awful at that.
No, that was really good. You almost had me. You almost did have me.
All right, go on, Leanne.
Okay. When I was a teenager, I was nearly arrested for verbally abusing a police officer over a car clamp.
When did you? Were you driving the car?
Well, no, I was a teenager.
You can learn to drive at 17, so you could have been
Would you
driving.
consider that a teen? Well, yeah.
Technically, you are a teenager until you hit like 20, and then you're in your 20s.
Yeah. No. I was not the one driving the car.
Whose car was it?
It was my grandfather's car.
What kind of car was it?
It was a green Jazz Ford. I think they're Ford cars. I think Jazz.
Well,
are they Fords?
I thought they were Hondas. I thought it was a Honda.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hondas.
Honda.
Sorry, yes, a Honda Green Jazz. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Jazz Honda.
Thank you. Yeah. It was a green Honda Jazz car.
Do you remember what you said to the police officer?
You're a fucking disgrace.
Are you sure it was a police officer and not a traffic warden?
Well, technically, I said much worse to the traffic person than I did to the police officer, but I did swear at the police officer.
So what happened? Did you like come back to the car and saw the clamp and was like, oh fuck no, not today?
So basically I was out with my grandparents and we parked up in a car park. So I must have been 14, 15, maybe 16 at the time. And can't remember exactly, but it was around that age. And we'd popped into town, but when we parked the car in the car park, the machine wasn't working. And obviously back then we didn't have like the phones that we do now to like take a photo to prove it or anything like that. So we kind of just had to accept to not pay the car park. Walked around in town for a bit. We were there for a couple of hours. Lunch, looking in bookstore, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Came back to the car park. And my granddad's car and about 4 other cars, 4, 5, something like that, all had clamps on them, with obviously the ticket person walking around waiting for people to come back to their cars. And someone else had also come back to their car pretty much at the same time. They'd also explained that the machine wasn't working. They'd gone to try and pay for a ticket. The traffic warden did not care, did not believe any of us, and demanded £250 to remove it. The other person, I think, was like a single mum or something and was crying, saying, I can't afford it. This is ridiculous. But I need my car. I've got my kids. And obviously my granddad and my nan were like, we can't afford that either. You've clamped 4 or 5 cars. It's clearly an issue with the machine. We haven't just all sat here and, so we were trying to plead our case, but there was physically nothing that any of us could do. And so the woman rung the police because she didn't really know what else to do because other people had started coming back to their cars. And it all started sort of kicking off. I obviously felt very upset for my grandparents that they were having to go through that because they had taken me into town. And basically the police came through. It was just one guy in the car with the sirens. And he basically said, I'm very sorry, but this is not a police matter. If they have clamped your car, then they have a valid reason to do so. It's not something that anything the police can do. And I basically said, well, then you're fucking useless to the police officer. And he basically said, look, I understand that you're frustrated, but you cannot swear at a police officer. I was like, fucking watch me, because I just did. And he was like, I will have to arrest you if you keep insulting a police officer. At that point, my granddad basically just picked me up, threw me into the back of the car like I didn't exist to him. And paid the fine and left.
Why didn't they just put like a parking ticket on it? Like one of
That's
the
what I
parking
was going to
fines?
ask.
Because they normally do that and then clamp it if you haven't paid it, if you still haven't
Yeah.
gone back to it.
They only
I
clamp
don't
if
know.
it's an unauthorized area that you've parked in.
I have no idea. We kind of thought the same thing, and we were a bit confused when we got there. And yeah.
Oh, Crip thinks it's a lie. Police officers can't arrest you for swearing.
Well, I was also saying he's so like, I remember saying that you're fucking useless. What was the point in you being here? I'm gonna then rip the damn thing off myself. And then my granddad was also like, I'll get my son down here to rip the thing off. So he was kind of saying that if people were going to start, like if I was going to start riling people up and causing an issue and stuff, then he would have to sort of take me away from the situation. So maybe not so much as like an arrest thing, but yeah, I was causing a scene, basically.
Do you have any other questions, Coblett?
I don't think so. Not questions anyway.
Kat, does anyone else have any questions or comment? What were you wearing that day? Can you remember?
What the fuck?
I can barely remember breakfast. No, I have no idea what I was wearing that day. Probably leggings, because I've only ever lived in leggings. So.
Oh. Okay. Coblett, what do you think?
I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie. And unless you were like proper harassing the police officer and like trying to assault them, they wouldn't really arrest you.
My thing is about the clamping as well. I don't think they could clamp you in a car park just for a ticket, like the ticket machine being broken. They would put
smack you with
tickets on.
One of those lovely yellow things.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think they'd be able to get down the side of your car to put the clamp on. You know, it depends how tight the parking spaces are.
Yeah, I'm going to say
so.
lie.
I can say this because you will be meeting my nan in 6.5 months' time. It is actually 100% true.
Oh my gosh!
So she can vouch for my story. I wouldn't make up all that shit knowing that you guys are going to meet her, and she can absolutely vouch for me. The police officer was a right arsehole, Crip. No, because the thing is, my granddad was even saying, like, you cannot arrest my granddaughter for swearing. She's clearly irate. I think I was trying to make it out like I was doing it off like a script thing to fool you. But yeah, like my granddad was saying, you cannot arrest my granddaughter for swearing. She's clearly upset. We've taken her into town. The woman was also very angry, very irate. So because he sort of was accusing me of like rallying everybody up that had been, so it wasn't like one of those big yellow clamps. It was kind of, like the long stick clamps that was in the wheels, like when you're Do you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
It
I
was one of
think
those
so.
stick things, sort of clamp. So you'd have to remove just the stick part, not one of the big yellow square, not square, the big triangle clamps.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so they obviously called the police down because it was like 4 or 5 people had all had these weird clamp things on their wheels. So obviously they couldn't drive out of the thing. My granddad was also very angry with the police officer, and he was saying, I'll get my son down here to just get a saw and saw the damn thing off. And so it was one big scene. It wasn't just me, but I wasn't helping the situation by also telling
no,
the police
what
officer that he's fucking useless,
what the ticket dude was thinking, like, I can't even remember what I called him.
But we were all there with the exact same story, that we all arrived at pretty much around the same time, and that machine, because it started working about half an hour after we'd all parked around the same time. So because of that, because the guy said, well, the ticket machine is working when we got back, he had reason to clamp the wheels
That's
by saying that we
stupid.
hadn't paid to park there, even though there was 5 other cars that were in the exact same situation, saying the exact same story. But the police
Like,
couldn't
all
do
they had to
anything because
do
it
was
wasn't
just
a
check
police matter.
all they had to do was just check the CCTV.
Yeah, but you got to remember, love, this was 14, 15 years ago. There was no CCTV. It's a
Yeah,
tiny
true.
little town centre. There was no CCTV, and it would have struggled to zoom in because it was like one of those really old little shitty ticket machines that's like very faint writing on it. You could barely see anything on it.
Oh,
And
those
yeah,
ones.
those ones. So it was really shit. But yeah, no, you can definitely go and ask my nan because it is an absolutely true story.
This is
Wow.
where we go and ask your nan, and she's like, which time do you want to hear about her almost being arrested?
I feel like she would, from what I've
Oh
heard.
yeah, probably.
So
Oh, that was good fun though. I enjoyed that.
Amber and I got one each, and Queenie got both right.
I am victorious. I suck at The Sims, but I know when you're lying to me.
My life hasn't been that interesting though.
I don't know,
was
that
sat,
baby Jesus thing nearly got me.
I was sat
Happy
messaging my
Jesus.
sister like, what the fuck do I say?
Yeah,
I need to come up
helped
with
me with mine.
something. And I couldn't remember like what I'd told you before and what I hadn't. I was like,
It does make you question because there was a very small part of me that did think, have I told that story before? And I did think, and I thought, no, because I don't think I'd even fully told Bateman the full story. And it only made me randomly think about it because I had my DBS come through the post yesterday.
Oh.
And it obviously said no criminal convictions on it. And I was like, well, thank God I never got arrested back when I was a kid then, wouldn't it? Oh, God.
oh, beautiful. It's like
Oh.
when you're like trying to convince people of things, they tend to say the more details you can put into it, the more people will tend to believe. But I kind of think it depends on how far ago, like how long ago it was, because if it was something like, I'd say if it was less than 5 years ago, okay, you could put more detail into it. But if it's like anything 5 years and over, or maybe even like 10 years, you're not going to remember every little detail.
Yeah, but
So
I
you
also
can't.
think it's easier when you've got a story that's true, you can kind of act like you're lying by kind of
Yeah.
forgetting some things and messing some bits up a little bit here and there. So I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
easier than when you've got a lie, because then you kind of have to really sound like it's really believable. So it's much harder. So yeah, it's more difficult to try, and that's why you shouldn't lie, people. Never lie. Always
Oh,
tell the
Coblett's
truth.
going on the sofa.
Off you
Yeah,
go
thank you,
to the
Wicca.
sofa.
She's not going to have the redeem next week, is she?
No, because she'll be on the sofa the whole stream.
She'll be
Yeah.
on the chair.
I get the chair.
Well, I'll
You
see.
stay out of my chair.
No.
This
I'll
isn't
say
my chair.
it all depends on where our cameras are as to where we go.
That's true.
So with that, we'll start like winding down. So we'll bring back Queenie's questions. Does anyone have a question for Queenie or for any of us
Oh,
before we
hey.
sign off for the night?
If you'd like to know more about my
Much love,
potential
Wicker.
arrest.
I'm gonna give Wicker a shout out.
But where's my question, Wicker? It's Queenie question time. I need my question. My goodness.
She's like, give me questions.
I
I
need
want
questions.
other questions.
Okay, fine.
If I must.
What the fuck?
Well, so this could take a while to answer. So
How long do you have, Wicker?
So it all started when I was a baby.
Yeah. So when I put my mother through like 32 hours of labour, I think that was just the start of just how amazing I was going to be, because it was just delaying the amazingness of me coming into the world. And it was just so, they had to pull me out of the stomach because I was just like, no, I'm not moving.
A queen is never late.
cozy.
Everyone else is simply early.
Simply early, 100%,
Yes.
110%. And I was like, the world is not ready. The world is not ready for this amazingness. I'm staying right here. You will not pull me out. And then this bloody doctor just did drag me right fucking out. I had no chance. But the funny thing is that they actually do call me the golden child, because my mother wouldn't let like the air around me like breathe on me, because she was quite an overprotective, obviously because I was the first as well, so it was very much like, and because she also had PCOS, which is what I've got, they weren't 100% sure she was going to be able to conceive, so that's why I was the golden child. Even though she had two fuckers after me, don't talk about my brothers, quite easily, don't know why. Already had me, why'd you need more? But yeah, and then it just got more and more amazing as 31 years progressed. So that's why you now have the amazing Queenie that you do today.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have any questions?
And wine. Wine's also a good help.
And your besties. Just saying.
Oh, absolutely. The besties do help.
They help keep you somewhat sane. Maybe.
I don't know, after the Babby Jesus story, I'm not 100% sure of my sanity right now, and you tricking me about IKEA, so I'm not quite sure my sanity's still here.
I never had any sanity, so you've got no hope from me, love.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that either. You're quite right. But yeah, I thought Bateman was going to have a question actually.
Bateman!
Rude. Probably be like, yeah, when's dinner?
Have you not eaten yet?
No, we have, but that's just something that
I was
he'd
gonna
do just to piss
say.
me off.
I've never heard of that tea. Sanity. Yeah.
Sanity.
The really rare one from like ancient Egypt or something.
Yeah.
Apparently that's the last time anyone ever had any.
Nice.
It's true. That is very true, actually. But yeah, you girls got any questions?
My brain is not.
The brain is not braininging. Bye,
No.
Wicker.
Bye, Wicker.
Bye, Wicker. Love you, Wicker.
Mwah.
If you could travel to any country in the world for a holiday, where would you go? If money was not an
Ooh.
object, where would you go?
Oh.
Both of you.
What? Is that to both me and Coblett? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. That is a tough question.
I know where I would go. I would start off in Japan, and then I'd go from Japan to South Korea. Because you can get a ferry from the bottom of Japan to Busan in South Korea. It's like a 3-hour ferry ride. Apparently, it's really pretty. So I'd do like a whole tour of Japan, and then I'd do a tour of South Korea and Jeju Island.
Nice.
Because if I'm going over to that part of the world, it's like a 13-hour flight. So I'm gonna get my money's worth.
Oh, fucking hell, that is a difficult question.
I feel like I'd do Iceland.
Ooh, yeah, I want to go to Iceland. I've heard Iceland's good for like a weekend, so like a Friday to Monday or a Friday to
Or-
Sunday.
Disneyland.
Oh, we need to do a trip to Disney.
Disneyland Paris.
Both.
I'm down.
Wait, which Disney though? Because you've got the Disney Paris, you've got Disney
Paris.
Florida,
Disney
Disney
America.
California, and Disney Tokyo.
Paris and Florida. I've been to both of them already, but I can't remember it. And
I need to get on
money
a
now.
plane first.
Well,
do
if we
Paris.
go
You
to
can do
Paris, we
Eurostar.
don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
do
do
Paris,
Eurostar.
use the Eurostar.
Yeah.
I think Pesto's cousin drove on the Eurostar.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
get to
say,
Paris.
or just get the ferry, get in the car, get on the ferry over.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to say Las Vegas.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just because I just want to go and experience it.
That's fair. I used to think Canada, but meh.
I did, and then there's too much snow. It's too cold. I don't do
I would
cold.
like to do Canada actually.
It's too cold. I don't know
Canada
how.
would be nice.
I can understand that Ren had the beard to try and keep warm, but now he's not got that either. It's like he's just torturing himself in February.
That is a bit nuts.
Crazy man.
Oh, well, I think we'll wrap it up there.
We'll wrap it up there.
Yes, because I've got to. Crip in a Box needs to go to bed because he's got work
True.
tomorrow. And yeah, my brain is very slowly just been like, okay, no more. I stop. No. But yes, we will be back. The podcast will be back next week, and we will have Bateman Returns as our guest. I'll have to move some furniture around, but I think we can squeeze him in. Oh. Anyone have any final words?
Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus. Oh. Guinea pigs. Gotta see those piggies. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Get our funky music going.
Oh yeah.
Play that funky music.
And who shall we raid out to? Does anyone have any recommendation? Otherwise, I will just peruse.
Mine would only
Who's-
my vote would be Schneebles. Just so you guys meet Schneebles. But if you guys have got anyone else, then rate them.
I'm just
I don't
seeing
really have anyone else.
who is live on my thing. I thought I found someone then. You know what? I'm gonna send us all into some ferrets.
Yes! Fucking love ferrets.
Just because I'm gonna be coming off and going to bed anyway. We're gonna go and get ferrets. Oh, wrong one. No, I want that one. There we go.
Nice.
Feel free to add emotes onto the end of it. I couldn't remember what ones I've got set up for just followers. I'll do... I think those are ones that are followers.
They're cute.
But yes, we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.